within a couple days, we had a really serious monsoon rainstorm. Not one, but 4 serious leaks in a roof. And to say that after the work of putting that up, I was disappointed would be an understatement. Could this be the answer to all of my roof leak woes? I sure hope so. This is called shark skin. It's not cheap, so that means now my roof costs have gone up a few $100s, but I think it's going to be worth it. Well, good morning, folks. It's one of those rare windless March mornings, and what that means is I got to take advantage of it because I've still got more shark skin underlayment to put down, so better get going while the opportunity is here. Let's do it. We're going to do a 23-foot sheet, and the area we need to cover is 44 feet, but we want to stagger where the two pieces come together. So 23 feet is what we're looking for. Now I will just take that same scrap 2x2 and use it as a stabilizer as I roll this up. And there, we don't need any more. Now it's all rolled up and we'll put it up on the roof. Okay, we need our cinder blocks here to hold things in place. And so we just slide things over here and give it a bit of an edge like that. And of course what you don't do is step on this, because it'll just go flying. Get our block to do its work here. I find just doing a little bit at a time and smoothing it out nicely as you go seems to work pretty good. Now it's kind of cool. I don't know what temperature it is. It's probably in the low 40s. It sticks better when it's a little warmer. Seems like some of the plastic is not peeling off well here. So. Yeah, here's the culprit right here, way back here. What you don't want to do is let two pieces touch each other, because they then stick together and it becomes impossible to work with. So there's a big long strip that needs to do its thing. And there's the last of it right there. Same problem. Plastic didn't come off. Here is the culprit area. Right here. And I already made a really serious error. So I think the lesson here is whether
It's good to have a windless day, but unless it's warm enough, the plastic backing doesn't come off as easily as it normally does. So this is a new learning curve on this stuff. I'm just hoping that I've got enough of this stuff, but it has to be done right, bottom line. Okay, back with a new roll, and unfortunately I can tell there's a breeze coming up, so we'll see how far we get with this. All right, same issue. Dang. Not good. The bloody breeze, just as I got up here. All right, the writing's on the wall. We don't get to do this piece. Roll her back up. And unfortunately, no more roof adventures for today. We'll see what tomorrow brings. So I went to pick up the mail the other day, and in my box was these really cool looking socks. They're from a company called Camel City, and essentially they reached out to me and said, "Hey Don, we see you do a lot of work, and would you like to try out some of our work socks?" And I'm like, "Oh, sure, why not? I can give them a try, but I'm going to give you an honest opinion of them, so be prepared for that." And they were agreeable to that. So I'm going to put them on, see what they feel like. Well, they fit really nice and snug, but not too tight. So they just kind of cling to the old foot here and feel really, really, really nice, actually. They've got an American flag on them, for those folks who want to know their product is made in the US. So normally when I work all day here on this off-grid property, at the end of the day, my feet are pretty fatigued. Not the case with these socks. So here's my favorite part of these socks. These pads on the bottom, you can see them there like so. All these lines indicate where the pads are. And what that does is create some kind of nice cushion. So when I'm walking around on my plywood cabin floor, it feels really, really nice. Light years different than the socks I normally wear. Trust me on that one. So if you're in need of some serious quality socks that are super comfortable, I'll leave a link in the description of this video below, and check them out. The socks that I'm wearing right now are the crew socks. Those are my favorites, but they do make a heavy work sock and a couple other models you'll want to check out as well. So hope that's helpful, folks. I really like them. Cheers. Okay, last piece, and it's a race against the breeze. It's already coming up. 1, 2, 3, go. Also, I learned something super important. It's important to take the right layer off at the right time. Otherwise, there's lots of problems. But I think I have it figured out now that I'm on the last piece.
And right on cue, the breeze is hit. Still not right. And hopefully we're on our way to a leak-proof roof. So I really don't like the way those screws have raised the underlayment up and left this area all exposed so that any kind of water could be driven underneath the metal roofing and right up underneath the underlayment edge. So I'm going to cover that with an 8-inch strip of shark skin. And interesting with that product, you can actually buy it in 8-inch strips, but I'm going to cut my own and then place them accordingly, and that should take care of any issues with leaking on the edge. Okay, we're going to make 8-inch strips of this shark skin to put on the edge of the eaves. And so let's mark 8 inches along here, and rather than using a chalk line, I'm just going to use this 2x4 and mark along it. Just make sure it doesn't move on me. And of course this is all going to be underneath galvalume metal roofing, so no one will ever see it if it's not a perfect cut. You hardly even have to move the scissors, just kind of watch it and let it do its thing. The sun has heated this up nicely, so it's sticking really, really nice. And I can't believe it, I got this done even though there's a breeze. But these strips are a lot easier to manage than a great big 4-foot wide sheet. I should have known better than to try these plastic capped roofing nails. They're, I mean, they have their uses, but they
they're so thin and they bend so easily. So hardy board is tough. You really can't nail into it easily. You really have to pre-drill a lot of stuff. So, but I thought I'd give it a go. What I'm going to do now that I've got that stapled in place, and then I'm going to cover them all with caulking, because staples rust and they wouldn't be very useful later on as the years go by. So the little roller thing seems to be doing a pretty good job, actually. So the great news was I had enough shark skin left to create a 4-foot wide sheet the whole length of the building and use it to cap off the very peak of the roof. Really cool. So a lot of work and a few challenges, but I'm hoping now this roof is all nicely sealed in and totally waterproof.
Well, as it turns out, earlier there was a big discussion in the comments whether I should have put underlayment on top of the drip edge or tucked underneath it. Well, guess what? That issue is not an issue anymore, because I have storm guard underlayment underneath the drip edge and now shark skin over the top of it. So I hope I've got my bases covered. I'd be curious to know what construction folks think of that. Underlayment underneath and on top. I know it's a bit pricey, but leave a comment below and let me know what you think.
So naturally it costs a lot more now to have basically 2 underlayments on that roof, but I believe that the cost was worth the peace of mind of knowing, hopefully, that that's done really well. I won't know until the first rain comes, and that I finally have a leak-proof roof. Special thanks to Lainey, who sent me a whole crate of grapefruit juice. Really good. Love this stuff. So thank you, Lainey. Well, now that spring is here, I'm in full construction mode, folks. So if you haven't subscribed and want to see more of these videos, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell. That'll let you know when my next video is coming up. And thank you so much for being here, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the next video.